Again, I welcome back to all of the students who have joined the class since a week, okay, after a long time, a week time. And I also welcome to all the students who have joined this class for the first time. How many are there who have joined the class for the first time? Is there anyone? Hashvika and Rehan, Shaikh Rehan. I think you have joined the class today only, sir. I saw in the group.
Sir, can you repeat what you said?
Vishnu. Vishnu. What happened?
Sir, I was not there.
Okay. So Jashmita, Balaji, Ashvika, Rehan, this and Parthvi, you all are welcome to the class. Okay, as you are joining this, you are attending this class for the first time. Whatever is left
Sir,
over.
not the first time, but I have missed many sessions.
So let us start. Not spending much time on the introduction and all, but we'll start with the new topic today. Let me share the screen with you all. Am I audible to you all?
Yes, sir.
Clearly?
Yes, sir.
Perfectly?
Yes, sir.
Accurately?
Yes.
So all those the words I have used, those all are adverbs. What are those?
Adverb.
Adverbs and adverbs. What is the kind
Adverb,
of
sir.
adverb of manner? Okay, how the action is being going on or has been done. So that is not our topic today. Adverb. Determiners. What do you know about determiners?
Sir, they something.
Their work is to determine the place of a noun or a pronoun in the sentence. Sorry, not the, but in a sentence. Did you get it? My handwriting is clear to you all? Is there any?
Yes, sir.
Now you all are habitual of the writing now, okay? And I'm glad for that. So whenever we say that the determiners are used to say the position of the noun and pronoun in the in a sentence, that time it does not mean that it only fixes the position of the noun. It tells you a lot of about that noun, about that pronoun as well. Have you got the point? Okay. Let us understand what exactly the determiners are. So something that something is written on your screen. The definition of that: determiners are noun makers and modifiers. For example, if I say I saw a girl, is there any?
Sir, can you once scroll up?
Hello?
Sir, can you once scroll up, sir? I need to write it.
Can I, miss? What are you requesting for?
Sir,
Scroll.
can you please scroll a little bit up? I cannot see.
This one?
Yes.
No need to write. I'll be sharing this video. Don't worry. Okay? You may take the screenshots over there if you want to understand right now, because today only the topic will not be covered. Okay, it will take some time. So whenever the sentence which is written over here, what can you read here? I saw a girl, but I saw only a girl. I did not give you any kind of information there, did I? But one determiner is working over here. That determiner is that is article, which is used before the noun. Okay, and that noun which is started with the consonant, and it is specifying that I have seen or I saw a one girl. Which, how many girls? Only one girl. Means it is telling you, it is determining the number of noun. Number, not number, but the quantity of a noun. It determining what is it doing? It is determining the quantity of a noun. Okay, done. You have to respond. Huh? Without respond, I do not teach, because I am not only the speaker here, and the communication does not happen with only one speaker. There must be two-way communication. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Don't sit idly there. What is going on the screen and you're just watching like an audience. This is not the case that happens in the class. Okay, you have to respond all the times. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So I saw many girls. What is the difference here? I saw a girl and I saw many girls.
So the number. Quantity, sir. Quantity.
Here, this quantity is indefinite. How is the quantity there? That is indefinite. Because many girls, now many girls, they may include 3 girls, 4 girls, 5 girls, 500 girls. Okay, am I clear to all? Right. So this is also a determiner, but that determiner is indefinite determiner or quantifier. Okay, but that quantity is unknown to us. Have you got it? That is why it is said that determiners are the modifiers and even they are the makers of the noun. Okay. Determiners introduce a noun or a noun phrase. They limit, specify, or clarify their meaning and reference of noun usage. Determiners function like adjectives. They are also called as fixing words. They are also called as fixing words. I mean, they fix the position of a noun. And many times, most of the times, they work as the adjectives. As adjectives. It's not working properly. As adjective. Have you got it? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now,
Yes, sir.
two things you have to extract from these lines. What is those? What are those 2 points? One point is determiners are modifiers. First thing. Second, determiners they work as adjectives. Got it? Now,
Yes,
what are
sir.
the characteristics of determiners? Determiners introduce or signal that a noun or noun phrase will follow and then give information about them. They may tell whether the item, that is noun, is general or specific, singular or plural. These are the works of or the characters of determiners. They actually give you extra information about the noun. What kind of information do you get from there? You get the extra information about. Okay. They can quantify nouns or tell about the ownership of nouns. They can refer to nearness or farness of nouns. Okay, whatever be. These things can be done there with the determiners, and determiners actually have powers to change the meaning of the sentence. Okay, the complete meaning of the sentence can be changed. In short, we can say that determiners tell in which reference the noun has been used. In which reference the noun is being used, that can be told through the determiners, or that can be understood through the determiners. Have you got the point? Is there any confusion till now?
No.
This was
No, sir.
introduction as well as its characteristic. Okay, this we have seen here. Now, classification of determiners. Classification in the sense the types of determiners. Okay, what is the literal meaning of determine?
Sir, to tell more about something.
Determine in the sense to be firm. We say na, in spoken word we say you should be
More
determined.
strong.
Yes, that you should be determined means you must stick to your point. Okay, that can be said. Understood? My handwriting is not that much good,
Yes, sir.
but you have to understand whatever I'm writing there.
Yes, sir. It's okay, sir.
Okay, and one more thing I want to ask you. Today I had shared one, means every day nowadays I'm sharing one, every day one word I'm sharing with you all,
Every day.
right? What was the
Yes.
what was the word today? Quibble. Quibble means what?
We will, sir.
To argue a lot.
To
Quibble,
argue on
sir.
a petty
Like arguing
matters.
what type of
To argue in a petty matters where they are not that much important, right? That is called quibble. That is called
sir.
quibble.
Yes.
Quibble.
Sir, it can be used to.
Huh? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now see, we have seen already the characteristics, the definition of determiners. Now it is time to understand what the types of determiners are used in English grammar, as it is very important topic, as well as it is prescribed there by in the syllabus of 9th and 10th standard by CBSE board. Okay, so how these determiners are useful to you, how they may be asked in, as you might have known about that the board has cancelled term 1 and term 2 type of examination, right? You will have now total 100% examination at once there at the end of the session. Okay, are you aware of this?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then these determiners, where are they used there in English grammar or English syllabus? I'm telling you, first thing, whenever you are finding the errors, okay, it is very important topic there in exam. Whenever there is the question of errors, determiners are asked there. Got it? Fill the blanks, okay, at the end of the passage. Did you get it? Okay, understood? And sometimes in grammar portion, like any grammar portion, they may be used determiners, and even they are used as demonstrative, as means they may be asked as the adjectives there in the sentence. Okay, so you don't consider that there would be the question directly upon the questions upon a determiners, but they will be asked in different manners. Okay, they would not be asking you directly the question on determiners. Okay, they will not ask you that write this determiner here or that determiner, which determiner will be used here in the sentence or whatever. Okay, such kind of questions will not be asked. They will ask you to fill or something or find the errors over there. Got it? There you will be means it will be helpful to you. First classification of first type of determiner is article or articles. Okay, now in English grammar there are three articles: a, and the. The first article which is given here, a or an, these articles are known as indefinite articles, as they do not tell you the specific information about the noun. Have you got? And the second article, which is the, that article is used to define or definite the position of noun. Understood? I would just tell you one example. There was a king. What is written? There was a king. What is written?
There was a king.
There was a king. The king was very generous. The king was very generous. Now, what is the difference are you finding here in two sentences? In these two sentences, see how articles are working and how they are working as determinants. One second, Vita. Once again, I'm clarifying that.
Hello, sir.
Hello. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Sorry for interruption. Now see, in these two sentences, one in the first sentence, it is indefinite. We do not know who is the king or who was the king. But immediately in the second sentence, the is used before king. Means in this sentence, this noun was indefinite. But in the next sentence, it is definite because in the second sentence, we are talking about the king, which was earlier mentioned in the first sentence. Are you getting my point? Means
Yes, sir.
in the first sentence, we did not know the king, but the second sentence, it is telling us about the last king about which we are talking. Are you getting? So here in the first sentence, it is indefinite, and in the second sentence, this noun is definite because we are talking about the same king which was mentioned there in the first line. Did you get it? How to determine it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Second type of determine is demonstrative adjectives. There are only 4 demonstrative adjectives like this, that, these, and those. Okay, I'll tell you the description. Description is given all here. Okay, don't worry about. Only not we are not concluding with this 2 or 3 slides. Third is quantifier. They tell you the quantity. What do they tell you?
Quantity.
The quantity of the
A
objectives in the
quantifier is a word or phrase which is used before noun to indicate the amount or quantity. Amount or quantity. Types of quantifier as given below, like definite number are there, indefinite numbers or quantity are there, distributive quantifiers are there, difference, how to make the difference there in the sentence. Okay, comparative, more, less, fewer. Okay, such kind of. Are you there all? Vishnu,
Yes, sir. I'm there, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Vishnu Keligi is something there. Okay. Is someone there? Vishnu Kelly is not responding there. Parthvi, Arini,
Yes, sir.
Parthvi,
It's Prithvi, sir.
sorry, Prithvi. Okay. No, I read it wrong. Prithvi. Harini is there also, no?
Yes, sir.
Shreyashi,
Yes, sir. I'm there, sir.
Shreyan, K. Shreyan, Satvik,
Yes.
Anvesha,
Yes.
And that's
Saharsh. So what is this? Sahasra. Sahasra. Palak Pathak,
Yes, sir.
Sharanya,
Yes, sir.
Sheikh Rehan, Aisha,
Yes, sir.
Aisha,
Yes, sir.
Balaji, again
Yes,
Harini,
sir.
Shreyashi.
Yes, sir. I
Udbhav.
told that, sir.
Okay. Udbhav, are you there in the class? Udbhav is not responding. Udbhav,
yes, sir.
okay, please respond immediately. Okay, if you are there in the class. Got it?
I went to washroom, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Fourth classification or the type of determiner is possessive. As we all know, these possessive pronouns or adjectives are being learned there while we were learning personal pronouns. That like first person, second person, third person, whatever we had learned there. Not here in the class, but you might have learned the pronouns there in your last class, last session as well. Okay, so you must know these all possessives. What do they tell? They tell you the possession, that something is belonging to someone. Something belongs to someone. Okay, That is possessive. That is, the word is also suggesting you the meanings. Possessive means to have the possession of something. Okay. Now let us understand determiners and kinds of nouns with which they are used. Okay. How the usages are there of determiners, that I'm going to tell you here. Okay. A, and, each, everyone, another, and either are used with singular countable nouns. With what? Singular countable nouns. Singular countable noun. For example, an apple, a cow. This is singular noun and also countable. Understood? Each
Yes, sir.
student, not each students. Okay, if there is only like every, only again there would be student, every or
So means that we're trying to tell like about like one specifically, or like we are talking about one like that.
yes, very good. Means it is determining the noun which is showing you the oneness. Okay, one, only one. This and that, they are used with uncountable nouns, and that too with singular countable nouns. They are also countable, but they are singular or even uncountable nouns. Got it? These or those, these are the demonstrative, this, that, these and those. These are demonstrative determiners, okay, or adjectives are also called them, okay. They are used with uncountable nouns and plural countable nouns. See, these and those are used uncountable nouns and they must be plural and countable. For example, those, not those, let us see. These books are not of any use. These books are not of any use. Okay, I told you the example in the negation. Okay, but this determiner is telling you about the countable but plural noun. Understood? A little, a lot of, a great deal of, much. They
Yes,
are
sir.
with uncountable nouns. As here, the quantity we cannot determine. Okay. For example, much is written. So if I write here, you wasted much water. Okay. So water is uncountable noun. Water is uncountable noun, but it is measurable. It is measurable. Are you getting the point?
Yes, sir.
How
Yes,
do we
sir.
measure water? In with what?
In liter.
In liter. Okay.
ml.
ml.
Milliliters.
Milliliter also. So
Sir,
those
the
are the
whole
volume of quantity. That what do we call them? Those measurements. Those are the volume.
capacity.
Those are the volume. Okay,
Volume.
where we
Volume
measure
capacity.
water.
Yes,
Volume.
sir.
Okay. Now let us understand others. Other determinants: more, most, a lot of, enough, adequate, some. They are used with uncountable nouns and that too plural countable nouns. Few, several, many, both. These are the nouns which are used with plural nouns only. Oh, sorry, these are the determiners which are used with plural nouns only. Okay, this is very important slide here. Okay, you may take the screenshot as well of this. Understood? To understand properly that which determiner is used with which noun, singular countable, plural uncountable, or plural nouns, like. Okay, the last one is the, some, any, my, her, are. These are the possessive one. Its, which, whose, what. These are interrogative, are used with any type of noun. You may use these now determiners with any type of nouns, whether they are countable, whether they are uncountable, whether they are singular or plural. Are you getting point? Huh? Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The screen is visible to you all?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Now, one by one, we'll see what the determiners are and particular determiner, like articles. Okay. Like with examples, we'll see them. And even we'll see the rules. Where should we use them? Okay. There are a lot of use for in total. There are 17 rules. Again, there are 9 rules. Okay. For these 17 and 9, 26 rules are there which are to be understood, but they are not that much hectic. Okay, you will be understood very easily to them. So articles, how many articles are there? And the, these are called indefinite articles. Which articles are these?
Indefinite.
Indefinite articles.
And this one is called as definite,
Definite articles.
not articles, it is only article. Okay, as it is only one. How do we use a or an? Their indefinite article as used for objects that are not specific or one of several things of a similar type. They are not, first thing is they are not specific. Another thing is they show you the quantity of that particular noun is one. Okay. For example, I need a phone means I need only one phone. Used the first time we introduce an object, as I told you, this example. Which example? This one. Are you getting? There was a king. Means king was introduced for the first time. And at that time, it may be considered as an object. Okay. And at that time, we use the indefinite article, not the definite article. Got it? But suppose that same noun is mentioned in the second line or immediately, so that would become the definite one, because we are already talking about the last one. So I saw a movie the last night. I saw a movie the last night. I am mentioning that movie for the first time. What is the use of the? It is used for specific objects or objects that both the speaker and the listener know. We know about the object or the noun, and that is why we are making it definite. For example, can you give me the books on the table? Means I also know and you also know about which books are we talking, or am I asking to you? Are you getting? Another thing is, it is used when we mention the object again. See, I saw a movie last night. The movie is based on real life incident. Which movie is based on real life incident? A movie which was first time it was introduced and second time it became definite. Are you getting the point? Now there is one
Yes,
simple rule for indefinite articles. Indefinite articles, a is used for the singular countable noun, and that too starting with consonant. Okay, consonant or consonant sound. The usage of indefinite articles is depend upon the sound of the first letter of the word. Suppose I am writing here I. So which article should be there? Huh?
I
Am, sir.
am will be there with it.
And I. Why and I? Because its
Because
first
it's a vowel.
letter is vowel and its sound is also vowel.
Verbal only.
Okay.
What
For
we have to
example,
understand.
suppose I have written SP. So what article shall I add there?
Yes.
Hmm?
Yes, sir.
Shreyashi, what should be
And
there?
SP.
Huh?
Sir, can you repeat? Hacha, this SP.
SP. What article should be written here? Anvesha?
And
Anvesha?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What should be there?
Man
Huh?
and
And.
yes, sir, and sir.
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Palak and others, what do you think? Others? Hello? And would be there? Okay. Why and would be there? Because whenever you pronounce
So because
S,
S, when we pronounce S, it is like
S, so the first sound is A. A means vowel sound. Okay. That is why we will use their and. Okay, instead of A. Are you getting a point?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the usage of a or an is depending upon the first sound of the first letter of the word. Did you get it? The you may use with
Yes,
any
sir.
noun. The you may use with any noun. Articles are used before nouns. A is used before a noun starting with a consonant sound, and an is used before a noun starting with a vowel sound. The is used before singular countable nouns, plural countable nouns, and uncountable nouns as well. Understood? So the may be considered as the universal article, that is as it is used with singular countable, plural countable, as well as with uncountable. So yes, it can be used with any noun there. Got it? Is it
Yes, sir.
clear to you all till now?
Yes, sir.
Is
Yes,
there any
sir.
confusion?
No, sir.
Sir,
Sure. Yes.
Sir, near SP and how it came, sir?
And SP. I told you just before some time. Were you not there? Who is this?
Prithvi.
Prithvi. Okay. So Prithvi, actually we have used and before S as S is consonant word. Sorry, letter. Okay. It is a consonant letter. But still, whenever we pronounce it as SP, so this sound is a vowel sound. And what is our rule? Whenever there is the vowel sound, so which article is used? And it doesn't matter if the letter is consonant and its sound, the consonant letter is given and its sound is pronounced as vowel. So if it is pronounced as vowel sound, so an would be used before that. And okay. And at other time, if it is not, even some words are there which are starting with consonant letter, but their sound starts with vowel. Okay, vowel
Sir,
sound,
like R.
like R. Okay, this is H is silent here, where we do not pronounce it. Okay, R. Understood? Other
Yes, sir.
thing or other example you may consider as uniform. Though U is the vowel letter, still its pronunciation starts with Y sound.
Uniform.
Y sound. Which sound? Y. And Y is not a vowel sound. It is a consonant sound. And that is why which article would be used? O. Which article would be used?
A.
O or A.
A.
O or A. Okay. That is understood. A uniform or and uniform, but A is not that much preferable to be pronounced. Okay, A, that is a uniform. Got it? Use of indefinite article, that is a or and. Like the use of a and is determined by sound. Okay, for example, suppose the noun is starting with vowel but not with a vowel sound, like a unique thing, a 1 rupee coin, European, university, useful suggestion, union of states. So here a is used. Why? Because they are starting with the vowel later, but their sound is not vowel, that sound is consonant. On the other hand, with the following words, an is used although they begin with a consonant letter. For example, an R, honest, higher, okay, MCA, A sound is there. Here the sound is criterion to decide whether a or an will be used. It is an, okay. A or an will be used. What is the criteria there? Sound. What is the criteria of the use of a or an? Sound of the first letter of the first, means the word. Examples: a is used before a noun beginning with a consonant sound. It is common. It is no need to tell you much on this, okay. An is used before a noun beginning with the vowel sound. That is also discussed already, okay. Now use of definite article the. This is very important. Where should we use the article the? The is called definite article and it can be used before singular as well as plural noun in the following sentences or situations. Before nouns introduced earlier, means for the first time when the noun was introduced, so a or an was used, and for the second time it is used, so the is used over there. And I clarified it already in the beginning. Did you get it? Still, you see the example. I saw a lion. The lion was sleeping under a tree. Which lion was sleeping under a tree? This one, which were indefinite first of all. And in the second sentence, it's become definite one. We heard a noise. The noise came from a neighbor's house. Second rule is, it is used before the superlative degrees of adjectives. All the degrees with est at the end, they actually take the as the article before them, okay. Amit is the best singer. He is the wealthiest man. And what exceptions are there? If possessive adjectives like my, his, her, their, your, are, etc. have been used before superlative degree, so the is not used there. For example, he is my best friend. We cannot say like he is my the best friend. Do we say like this?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Sir, because like there are even more best friends of him out there.
Yes, definitely. He is my best friend would be there, not my the best. Understood? Mr. Dixit is our best teacher. Who is this Dixit? Is there any teacher with
He's
us?
the best teacher.
No. Is
Mr.
there any
Dixit.
sir? Dixit, sir?
I know, sir. I don't know, sir.
Then why my name is not written there? It means I'm not a good teacher. Okay. Thank you. No matter. I'll see you later. Okay. I am just kidding. Okay, there. Don't take it very seriously. So the second rule is telling you that whenever the superlative degree is used, so article the is used over there. Got it? But before the superlative form of adjective, suppose possessive pronoun is used or adjective is used, so the is not used before that. Got it? Third point is before nouns definite by a phrase or a clause. Before nouns defined by a phrase or a clause. For example, the girl in the blue skirt is my sister. It is a noun clause. What is this? A noun clause where
Sir, what is a clause, sir? I did not understand.
I told you that this is the noun clause. Okay. What noun is used here?
Girl.
Girl. Okay. And in the blue skirt, it is a phrase. Okay. Phrasal noun there is used and it is indicating that girl. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Who is in the blue skirt? The girl.
Yes.
And she is my
Sister.
Here,
Sister.
possessive determiner also is used there. My sister. Okay. The man with the little nose is our principal. Is our principal. The man. Now, this phrase is used for the man who is our principal.
Principal.
The cars made in our factory are very cheap. The book on the table belongs to the library. Okay, on the table. They belong to what? to the library. Okay.
So they use the because they are talking about a particular thing.
Particular noun. The phrase is indicating the particular noun. Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I think you have got.
Yes.
The fourth point is before singular nouns which signify the whole class or race. The whole class or race. And that too a singular one. For example, the dog is a faithful animal. It means the dog which is in your surrounding is only faithful animal. It doesn't matter. It means the dogs which are there in the world means that particular class of dog or race is totally considered as faithful animal. Dog is then considered as faithful animal, whether it is a dog from your house or from my house or nearby or neighbors from wherever, or street dogs, whatever. This whole class is referred as the faithful animal. The elephant has a long trunk, not only one elephant, but all the elephants are having long trunk. The cat likes milk. Everybody's cat likes milk. Okay. Did you get?
Yes, sir.
Is there any doubt till now?
No, sir.
Shall I repeat
No,
the
sir,
slides?
everything clear.
Shall I repeat the slides once
Yes, sir.
for your convenience from the starting? Done? Seen?
Sir, your screen is frozen for me, or else are you sitting in one?
What? What?
No, sir. No, sir, I was just asking, sir. Like, I felt like you're frozen, sir, for a while. Like, your screen is frozen.
Is it clear now here? This slide?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, you see all the words. Why did I write there? Okay. And in which reference is it? Which reference it is written over there? Okay. So that you would come to know very easily why did I use that sentence, or why did I use the word. Okay. Proper word or that particular word. About articles. Now these. Got it. Now fifth point is about before the names of rivers, seas, oceans, bays, desert, islands, chains of mountains, canals. I think this rule is been taught us since our childhood. Okay.
Yes, sir.
It was there
So
in
we
third
have to use
standard.
the and before all these.
It was there in third standard as well. Okay. Then when do we use the, or where do we use them? That article, sorry. Okay. First of all, it might be told you that it is used where there the thing is only one, right? In this way, they taught you. They taught in the sense the teachers might have taught. Okay. So there is no need to explain this. I think you are understood about that. Only one note is there. If words like lake, mount, and cape come before such entities, so the is not used before such words. Like Mount Everest, we do not say the Mount Everest. Okay. Lake Mansarovar, Cape Cameron, etc. Such words, they do not carry the. They do not
But
carry.
if like the doesn't come before Mount Everest, can we say the Everest?
The Everest. No. Actually,
sir.
Everest is a surname. Do you know that? Why
No.
this mount, that mount has been given the name as Mount Everest?
No, sir.
The person who climbed for the first time, his surname was Everest. I'm not getting his name. Who submitted that mount for the first time.
His surname only.
And it was again, it is there, the history, like he measured the height of that mount. Okay. That is why
Yes,
the name
sir.
is given to that mount. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Before adjectives which are used as nouns. For example, the brave always rule over the earth. The brave. This brave is adjective. And before that, the is used. Okay. Whenever there, we have to emphasize them. We have to put the pressure upon that particular adjective. The brave, the earth. The earth is something where it is only one, that is why the is used. Okay. The rich, it is telling about the particular we may say the class of people. Okay, it may belong to animals as well. The weak can never do anything. The weak can never. The weak in the sense, all the weaks who are weak, they cannot do anything. Those who do not take risks, they do not do anything in their lives. Okay, understood? Before the
Yes,
names of
sir.
things which are unique and only one in the world. Just told you. The sun, moon, sky, the galaxy, the earth, world, Taj Mahal, whatever, the Great Wall of China and all. Okay. All the 7 wonders are in this category. They are unique in the world. Isn't it? Before names which are in combination of adjective to noun, that is the National Highway, the Indian Airlines. Understood? Are you getting a point? The Indian Air Force. Okay, such kind of combined adjective plus noun that they carry the as article or determiner. Before the names of religious books like Gita, the Bible, the Quran, the Ramayana, the violin, the flute, the instruments, and ordinal numbers as well, like first, the fourth, the first, the second. Okay, such kind of ordinal numbers are there. If they are used in sentence, the is used. Okay, I think I should give you to read down.
So this like the.
Huh?
So I'm telling sir, this means that like the can only be used before noun, which is like only one in the whole world,
Yes. And again,
which is like a proper noun.
yeah, not proper, but they are unique
Not
there.
proper sir, but only one in the whole world.
Yes, yes.
Unique.
They are unique there. Understood? What is the 10th rule? Can you read? Anvesha? Is she there, Anvesha? No. Ashvika?
Yes, sir.
Please read these 3 of the rules and explain me what the sentences are given there. Can you do this?
Yes, sir.
Please go ahead.
When 2 comparative degrees are used in one statement.
When 2 comparative degrees are used in one statement. How do you explain it?
We have superlative degrees, and
Can you
we have
see there
3
the
different.
superlative degree? We are talking about comparative degree.
Comparative degrees.
Suppose
Any
2
two
degrees
comparative
are coming
degrees.
together in the same sentence. So the more you have, the more you want, in the sense both the comparative degrees would carry the before them. Okay,
Yes, sir.
understood? The
Sir,
highest.
like we can say one example, like the bigger the team, the larger the project or the teamwork.
Yes.
Comparison, sir. Comparison.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
the simple. Sorry. Yes. Good.
Very nice. Who told this?
What,
Sir,
sir?
it was stressing.
Okay. Very nice. Next one, who will do that? Prithvi,
Yes, sir.
please explain the 11th rule for
When
the
a proper noun is compared with another renowned proper noun, that will renowned proper noun acts as common noun, and the is used before it.
So how do you explain it? Means one proper noun is a
Is a-
renowned one, and if you want to compare it with another proper noun, so the next proper noun is the latter proper noun would use the. Understood? For example, the class is used. Kalidas is the Shakespeare of India, in the sense, who was Shakespeare? He was the great dramatist. And here in India, who was the great dramatist?
Kalidas.
Okay, so we may compare these two renowned personalities. Understood? For example, suppose, but that example would not work here because we do not use the before that. We use an. Let it be. Next one. Who want to read? Yes? Nobody? Shall I call the name? Balaji.
Sir, can I?
Only Balaji is written. Who is this? Is there present?
Yes, sir.
Balaji is, please read 12 number and explain it, please, if you can.
Before the name of religions, committees, caste and nationalities,
Communities,
political
castes, nationality, political
and
parties. Don't read anything in a hectic way, okay? Because then the pronunciation is totally, it is west there, okay? Means pronunciation is not proper there. So don't read in a hectic manner. Read very calmly. So read now again. Read it again.
before the name of religions,
Names of
committees,
religious communities. Continue.
nationalities,
Nationalities.
political parties,
Uh-huh.
ships, trains, aeroplanes, etc.
Okay. So
The
these are the
Hindus,
particular one. The Hindus is a class, or the not the class, but the religion of particular community. Then Sikhs, Jats. Okay. The English, actually it is showing you, it is an adjective which is used for the person who belongs to Britain. The Indians, the person who belong to India, Americans, the Congress is the political party, the BJP, the CPI, CPM. Okay, the pink, it is the particular color that is being used there in a sentence. Understood?
yes, sir.
Rest of the things we will be taking in our next class. Okay,
Yes, sir.
please, if you have written there or have taken the screenshot, so please read them properly, try to understand. If any problem you are persisting, so please ask me in the group. Okay, and I'll be sharing this video on YouTube channel of the institution. You may go through that as well. Got it?
Sir,
Yes, sir.
Till then, bye bye, have a nice time, good night, and we'll meet in the next week. Thank you so
Okay,
much
sir.
for joining the class.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Bye, sir. Have a good day, sir.
sir,
Yes.
sir, the Everest was named by George Everest, sir.
Thank you very much for your findings. Thank you.